Hey everybody, welcome to Shorthanded. As always, I'm joined by Nick the Great. Obviously, it's formal
Thank you.
day, so I have a question for you because you're wearing a tie. Are you the Florida Panthers coach? Are you dressing for a funeral?
I mean, I would like to say no, but after that performance in Game 5, man, I don't know, to be honest with you. But I'm wearing this tie, even though because I'm so serious, because I'm like Connor Hellebuck when he's home. But when he's away, I'm in some homeless clothes. They just pick a guy off the street. So,
All I could think about was the Florida coach wearing his black suit. So I wonder if he's going to be wearing a black suit today for Game 6. Uh, I think we have to talk about Game 5. Game 5 was
horrible.
embarrassing.
An embarrassing game,
I mean,
to the
they weren't.
least.
It didn't even look like Toronto belonged in the series.
Exactly.
So
Hmm.
they've lost three in a row. I'll go back to what I said at the beginning of the series. I trust Florida. I don't trust Toronto. Would I want Toronto to beat them? They were ahead 2-0. They had them in overtime in game three. Like it wasn't too long ago
Mm,
that they almost had a 3-0 lead on Florida. Like they were
exactly.
that close to everybody. And
An
and that
overtime game.
and now we're sitting here and it's 3-2 and Florida just crushed. It was 6-0 and it wasn't even that close.
Here's that hockey. Anything could happen. You could have it's 2-0 in the series, and you go into overtime. Now it's 2-1. But then you could have had a 3-0 lead, and now it's 3-2. So now you look at it from this perspective. Where do you even go from Toronto from that game? I think tonight they'll have the best game that Toronto Maple Leafs have ever played. Because if that was the worst game I've ever seen a home play in my life, seriously, Bobrovsky played great, but I mean, like he played like playoff Bobrovsky, and when you're at home, you're trying to take a 3-2 lead. I thought everybody was thinking Toronto got this one. They're going to be Toronto in 7. Dude, a huge embarrassing moment. William Nylander was the only Maple Leaf to show up in that game. I mean, I got no words for that performance, man.
I mean, everyone already talked about it, but I mean, you have to think that if Toronto gets backdoor swept in the series, like you're changing everything, right?
Dude, you've only won 2 playoff series in about 22 decades, and nothing's working. So you haven't made it past the second round in God knows how long. So it's like, where do you go from here? For me, I'm giving all of my players to the Penguins, cause you know. But seriously, it's like if this doesn't work out, where is your franchise going? Because you got one of the best rosters in the league, one of the best core fours. You got goal scorers, assists, man, points, everything. You come into these playoffs, you're feeling good. You get Ottawa away, but if this doesn't work out, they don't play out of their mind this game. I don't know which direction they go in, man.
The issue that I see in the Eastern Conference is that the Eastern Conference isn't that loaded. Like it's different. Like when I look at the Avs have a similar problem that Toronto does. They played Dallas. Dallas was missing two of their best players, and they didn't beat them.
Hmm.
And now they have to ask the question, like, how do we beat them?
Exactly.
How are we going to beat like the Dallas Stars? How do we beat this team? How do we beat the Vegas Knights? How do we beat Edmonton? When I look at Toronto, it's how do you beat Tampa and Florida? And I would even say at this point, Carolina would have smoked Toronto.
Dude, Carolina would kill Toronto if Toronto plays like that. See, if
Oh,
Toronto plays to their full potential and Carolina plays to their full potential, it's a series. I'd love to see that. But the way Toronto has been playing and just away and coming off of that road game, and now you just don't bring up, you only bring up one goal that barely even counted. I mean, I don't know where they're going, man.
when was the last time Matthews made an impact on the scorecard?
Nope. I mean, he had about like he got a lot of shot on goals his past couple games. When has he scored in this series? Donut hasn't done anything. Marner either. Um, like they're guys that they've had for a while and they've been depending on. They're just regular season warriors. When it comes to this time, it's the second round. You're going to win to go to the conference finals. I don't know what they think this is, but I'm expecting if they don't put up at least 6 in this next game, I'm going to be very disappointed because that was disappointing enough in that game 5, man.
I just don't know how you have a 2-2 series at home and you put up a donut like they did. I mean, it was real. You're at
Hmm.
home. Think of how
You're
much
in
money,
Toronto, man.
how much
Hockey
money everybody
country.
dropped to watch that team, and they didn't cheer at. They had nothing to cheer for.
Nope. Nope.
And
They
and
tried.
and Florida to me just looks like it's like they feel like the big brother who's like,
Mm-hmm.
how you like tie your brother down and you make him punch himself because
Yep.
like why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? That's what
Mm-hmm.
that game felt like. It just felt like they're like, why are you doing this, Toronto? Oh, you can't
It
stop it. Like they just
was
felt like a
just yeah.
bully.
It was just weak shots. The shots were getting blocked. There were so many bad turnovers by everyone.
Oh, it was a
It
bad
just
game.
horrible. F minus game. Horrible by Toronto.
But the good news is, they were up 3-1, right? Nope. They were up 3-0. Nope. So
Nope.
now they have an elimination game in Florida, and if he shows up in his black suit, it's over. I'm going to call it
Done.
before I even need to watch the game. If he shows up like you are right now, if he dresses like I got my funeral suit on and he sits behind that bench, I'm going to go, oh, they played funeral music. They brought in a coffin. Like, I
Yep.
want to see teams do that. Wouldn't that be great if a team like brought in a coffin and pregame?
Dude.
And then at
They're
the
already
end of
gonna
the
have
game,
they're gonna have
they
the
put the
Penguins
logo,
jersey.
they put the
Uh-huh.
logo in it or the jersey like in the coffin and they close it
Dude,
like you're
you know what they're
done.
gonna have? They're gonna come out and then Matthew Nyes and Mitch Marner are both free agents at the end of this year. Marner's is gonna get a bag. Let me tell you, he had 100 something points this year. Nyes is gonna get a bag. So they're gonna come out of the stadium losing this one, and it's gonna be like Penguins, Nyes, 23, Penguins, Marner. Just give me the jerseys, man. I'm dreaming.
So we will see how they react, but my confidence or my hope, again, I'll go back to what I said before the series. My confidence in Florida couldn't be higher. Um, and my confidence or idea that Toronto can upset them is like 0.5%. I give them a
Mm.
0.5% chance they pull this off. What I want, again, do I want to see Toronto move on? I've wanted to see them move on now for how many years? And here we are in the second round, and we're like, yay, second round, we finally made it. It's like that's not a cup. That's not even the Eastern Conference Finals.
Gosh, man.
And they
Horrible.
have so much talent. So they have to, again, back to the drawing board. Let's go to the other series. Washington was the number one seed. Washington, um, we felt like this series was kind of going to be like, I what is it going to be like?
We're not
Cara,
sure about
Carolina laid the wood
Capitals,
on
yeah.
them. Anderson was excellent. Carolina plays a full team game. They are tough. They are going to be a tough out. I don't care. They play Florida. I don't care who they play. This is going to be a tough one. This to
Dude.
me, like Carolina smoke them. They get to rest their players. They're watching the other
Hmm.
series.
Exactly.
And I didn't that game was not a doubt either. When I watched game 5, they're up 3-1 and it was 1-1 tied. We're going to go to overtime. Oh no, it was 1-1. I was like we're going to go to overtime. And
Yep.
Carolina scores on a really bad angle shot. And it was
I
like
was watching it, man. I'm like,
Logan
dude,
didn't see it. Did you see the replays? You're like, how did he get that in?
it's like
Everybody was like, I can't believe
behind you,
he's
buddy. Your series is done. Your career's done. So I'm just gonna say one thing. You do not know how happy I am by this. Let me just say one thing too. Tom Wilson, you're done. Ovi, hang up the skates right now. That was the worst performance I've ever seen in the playoffs. It was Ovi did not do a singular thing. The shots were weak. He didn't put anything there. He was just causing turnover after turnover. It looked like he couldn't even skate. He was like new to the game. He was scared. He didn't believe in himself. He was hesitating on every single play. He looks like a 70-year-old on the ice. Not just because I'm a hater. He sucked. Oh, it's a horrible performance. And now you come into the second round, Capitals. You beat the Canadians, which we both thought that wasn't a very promising series for the Capitals. They got out slightly. It didn't feel like it was a 5-game series, kind of. So now they come into this series. Carolina rolls over them, and it was so unbelievably easy. Svechnikov played out of his mind. He had so many Genos. I mean, the depth was rocking. You had one line, doesn't matter. You got like Taylor Hall in like the third line. It doesn't matter. They just keep on coming and coming. Carolina, it was made for the playoffs. They don't care what they seed they got in the regular season. They'll beat New Jersey. They'll beat the number 2 seed in the whole league, and they just turned off all the Washington lights, man.
It wasn't a good series for Washington. It never felt like Washington was in the series from game one. Remember game one where Carolina outshot them by it felt like 1,000.
Goodness, man. Yeah.
And so since that build up, and then also Anderson's healthy, he looks really good. Carolina, in all reality, I I didn't think this before the Toronto Florida, but I think Florida does have that's going to be a hard out. Carolina is legit. They can win the cup. They have 4 straight lines. They have the players. Again, to your point, I believe he Miko and who scored the goal for Carolina there at the end. They have this. They
Oh,
rate.
Svechnikov.
Yes, they're the highest point getters right now in the playoffs.
Yep.
So when I look at this team and I'm like, this is gonna be a tough out. So Florida wants to finish the business, but I'm very excited for the next series. Carolina's legit. I love the empty netter. Jarvis
Yep. Mm-hmm.
blocked a shot, blocked a pass, gets the puck, scores,
Dude, they
sitting
got so
down,
much heart, man. It's
celebrating.
great. And,
It's
yeah.
you just felt that like they overwhelmed Washington. And to your point about age, I know they're expecting Ovechkin to come back. It will be a fine regular season story. But to your point, and I compare it to like when you start to get beyond 35 and you're in the playoffs, it is not an old man sport.
Yep.
And this
But
is
hey,
new. This is news for Sid the Kid. You
this is
haven't
like, but
you
hey,
have
Sid, you haven't seen him over 35 in the playoffs. You saw him 21, 22. Like, all right. Here we go. This is my whole thought these past couple of days. Who got the hat trick for the Dallas Stars the other day? Mikael Granlund.
yep.
Who scored the overtime winner for Edmonton to send them into the Western Conference Finals? Kasperi Kapanen. What's their former team? The Pittsburgh Penguins. This is what I hate the most about this team. We give away these players that we had in 21 and 22. We bring them to these big teams. We let them go. Kapanen played absolutely out of his mind. I loved him with all of my heart because he's such a fast and great skater. He's been great for Edmonton. I've been
Oh,
confident because of him. He moves the puck so well. His shot is great. He scores the overtime winner. And I'm just like, why do we got to give these guys away, man? Because you see, they're just great performers in the playoffs. They know when to show up. It's showtime all around. And it's like, now back to the Carolina Washington series. You go goalie to goalie. You have Freddie Anderson, Logan Thompson, which I think, in my mind, have been the 2 best goaltenders in the playoffs. Maybe. Logan Thompson slowed down a lot in these past couple games. I wasn't confident for him that much, but still, I was like, okay, he was one of the best goaltenders in the regular season, and coming in the playoffs, he looked strong against the Canadians, and I didn't think you could get many goals off of him because of how good he is, right? So he showed up against Montreal coming out of a little injury. Then you see him start to slow down as the series goes on, but then when you look at the other Carolina goal, dude, Freddie Anderson is on his skates with a not even 2 goals against average. He's like 1.9 right now, which is unreal. Save percentage, I'm pretty sure, is one of the best, like at least top 2 maybe in the league for the playoffs. You need, if you're having these round 2 series, round 3, when you're like top 8 in the league, you need to have these star goaltenders that have over 900 save percentage, these -2 goals against average. It is huge to have a great goalie. When you see Logan Thompson slow down, you see the whole team slow down.
I felt it was more reflective of the amount of shots they were putting them on the whole series.
Totally.
I felt Carolina as a team pressured them and made Logan Thompson wear down because they were putting Washington in bad spots. They weren't able to block the shots. A lot of shots on net, just peppering him and peppering him and peppering him. So that series done. We'll go over Washington in the offseason at a later time. Carolina will face it off against the winner. We both think it's going to be Florida tonight. We'll go over our picks shortly. But getting into the Western Conference, I want to give kudos to Winnipeg. That's how you show up when your back is against the wall. They played a great, complete game. Dallas was still Dallas, but I felt they didn't have the spark that I'm used to. However, Winnipeg's down 3-1. Hellebuck played really good, and he wasn't challenged as much, However, Winnipeg's offense, and especially on the power play, they were firing on all cylinders. Their puck movement, their skating, driving to open spots on the ice, everything about what Winnipeg was doing, I was like, that's the President's Cup team. Too little, too late. We'll find out tomorrow night when Dallas faces off at home against them. But
But
I felt all in all, that's the performance I wanted to see from Toronto in Game 5.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sold on Winnipeg at all. Once they win a game on the road, you have me. But once they, dude, Hellebuck is the most disappointing player of these playoffs. And once it comes to being horrible on the road, then prime Patrick Waugh at home, I am not sold on him at all. You cannot give up 5, then give up 0. Obviously, he played a great game. Winnipeg played a great game. They were moving pucks super well, and like you said, that looked like a President's Cup like caliber team. Anything. They come into the second round off of a banger Game 7, and now they keep on losing on the road. Hellebuck doesn't play that good on the road. They come back home, they get their spark back. Now it's 3-2. Hellebuck has been playing way better. I feel like he's gotten his boost back from last series. He's playing a bit better at the road, but still, I'm not sold on them just playing in Dallas. I feel like Dallas is too energetic, and they just can't play when they're not in Winnipeg. It's like Winnipeg just gives them the spark, man.
My biggest problem with them facing, you have two big problems that haven't been answered. They have to beat somebody on the road, which they haven't done, and then they have to beat the coach who's 9-0 on Game 7. That's what they have up against them. Okay, so
Yep.
everyone can say, "Oh, Winnipeg can come back." To your point about not being sold, I agree with you. I
Yeah.
think I think Winnipeg's going to struggle. I don't know where you're going, but I hope it's awesome. I think
I'm
Winnipeg's.
dying. I'm dying right now because of Connor Hellebuck's performance, man.
I think
Good lord.
Winnipeg. I think drink up because you're drinking to the victory of Dallas. I think Dallas takes this in Game 6. I think you agree with me on Dallas in Game 6. I don't think Winnipeg surprises anyone. I also agree with you about the goaltending. If you would have told me going into the whole entire playoffs that Winnipeg would have 0 road game wins, and we're now in Game 6 of the second round, obviously I understand why we're at Game 6 of the second round. I also understand why you're down 3-2. But I would have expected Hellebuck to steal one, and he has not looked good in
Exactly,
any
man.
of them. But you need your goaltender to be great. They've said a lot of nice things. I don't have the confidence. I don't know how you feel about it, but I
Yeah.
don't have the confidence.
Yeah, it's Game 6 now. I feel like you have Heiskanen back, Robertson back. Robertson hasn't been playing to his full potential coming off of this injury.
I don't think he's fully healthy.
I think he's just trying to be there. I mean, and they're just coming right off of this round. Edmonton's already there, so there's just no rest for them. It's just
Let's
back and
hold on.
forth, back hockey.
Let's go into Edmonton here.
So now you see this Edmonton series, man.
Edmonton smoked the Golden Knights, and I have to tell you, you don't like Skinner. My son doesn't like Skinner. Nobody thinks anything highly of Skinner. Skinner hasn't allowed a
Dude.
goal in 7 periods.
And what did we say before that game? Skinner is the worst goaltender in the playoffs. He has a 6 goals against average. He's going to be horrible, and Vegas is going to come back and win it in 7. They need Pickard. What happens when we say that? Doesn't give up a goal. Oh my goodness. That outstanding performance by Skinner. Congrats to him. Getting off of this whole Las Vegas Golden Knights offense, which the firepower was great. I thought Vegas was bringing the energy. Get it past the goalie once. I mean, 2 games straight. You
That's
can't.
crazy. That's
Dude.
crazy against the Golden Knights. That's crazy against any team 2 games straight in a playoff. You're in the second round, and the Golden Knights are legit. They're legitimately have a great offense. They couldn't do it. Skinner was great. Edmonton played great team defense. I feel like Edmonton is like getting stronger. Like
Yeah.
Edmonton is like, now we're ready for the Western Conference Finals. We've been here last year. We want to get to the Cup. I feel like, to your point about Dallas, I love how Dallas plays. I love how they clog the lanes. But uh, I think Edmonton Dallas rematch of last year's Western Conference Finals will be a treat. I'm ready for it. I
Mm-hmm.
got my popcorn ready. I can't wait.
Oh yeah.
If we're doing a rematch of Florida and Edmonton, I'm all in. I'm
Dude, but
all in.
that. And I thought we were gonna get an Edmonton Capitals finals. Thank God I didn't see Washington in the finals or Edmonton. Like, please. I hate that whole team, that whole franchise. They can't win anything. We got into that already. But now, one thing, it was Stars Edmonton last year. We went into Dallas. It was great. The energy was there. They went up 2-1, and then both series fell apart for the Rangers and the Stars. Now, it's Carolina, and we don't know. It could be Toronto or Florida. But when you look
Most
into
likely Florida.
Okay. Yeah, most likely Florida. So now you look into the Stars series. They probably gonna win in Game 6. Now they versed Edmonton again. Edmonton was unstoppable last year. I thought Connor McDavid put it in his all. I feel like the whole around team has been playing better. I feel like you've been seeing a lot of these depth guys playing to their potential. Like Evander Kane is obviously not the player he was, but he is back. He's getting the score. He's scoring. You see Connor Brown too. They're getting these shots on net. They're helping McDavid. He has a line. They have a power play. They're capitalizing. But they beat the Stars last year. And you know what the Dallas Stars didn't have last year that they have now? Say his name.
Miko.
Exactly. He is going to bring Dallas the cup. Remember my words. Okay?
All right. I feel Edmonton. I will say this about Evander Kane, and I think every professional player can learn from him.
Rolls
His
Royce.
his entrance into the games, his suits are on point. His driver's on point. The cars he gets are on point. I'm like, this is how you go into a game. He's
The
looking.
Rolls Royce flowing.
He's not
man.
wearing
He's
pajamas or crazy.
Exactly.
He's not
dude.
looking like a homeless guy. He's like, I am Evander Kane. I'm here to destroy people. And then he goes on the ice and he's doing exactly what you want him to do.
He's
Disrupt-
jumping on top of Aiden Hill. He's killing people, man.
I love when Evander Kane got pushed. You know how he's like, oh, he pushed me. You couldn't move Evander Kane if you wanted to.
Oh my gosh. That
So-
guy's a wall.
I can't wait for our preview of these series. We have a Game 6 tonight, Toronto and the Panthers. We have a Game 6 tomorrow night. Do we get a Game 7? Nick, do we get a Game 7?
Which series? It's saying
And
Toronto?
do we get a Game 7 this series?
We do
this
get
round?
one. We do get one, but
Who do
we
you
do
got?
not get another one. Game 6 for tonight, Toronto. I know it's crazy. I thought Florida coach is probably going to be coming in funeral suit. You got Florida. They've been buzzing this series. They're going to do a backdoor sweep. You got everything. Matthew Tkachuk is healthy. Aaron Ekblad's on drugs. The whole team's buzzing, okay? Now, Toronto played so bad this last game. If they don't win this game, their franchise is done. They might burn everything to the ground, might move to like Quebec. I don't even know what they're gonna do. So I'm putting my heart on the line and Toronto on the line. The whole city of Toronto on the line on this game. Alright, let me say one thing. Austin Matthews needs to step up and score. Mitch Marner needs to step up and score. Those are the guys you have not been seeing anything in this series from. They're regular season warriors. When it comes to the playoffs, they're not doing anything. I'm saying in this one, they are going to be desperate. Their back is up against the wall for the first time in the series. So now it's like, okay, I'm saying, like, come on. Toronto, come on. I'm depending on you for next picks. Please, man.
What's your score of this game?
Well, if it's not like 7-0, then it's 7-0 Florida. I mean, dude, they need to play out of their mind. Obviously, Florida is going to play great. They've been playing amazing this series, and it's not easy to get around Sergei Bobrovsky in the playoffs. You've seen it these past 2 years. He is a different creature. And also, Matthew Tkachuk, too. He's been playing phenomenal. Obviously, in this series, not been playing amazing.
What about Brad?
But, no, man, we got to bring up that guy around here. I mean,
I'm just saying. The trade has worked out. The trade has worked out.
Yeah, it's really worked out, and it's worked out. He's gonna help kill Toronto again. I mean, he's done it his whole career.
Here's what I feel. I feel like you're the kid at the table, at a roulette table. You've seen it hit black 10 times in a row. You're like, the odds are red. So you're like, I'm putting all my money on red. And here's the problem. You forgot about 0 and 00. So what's going to happen? It's going to hit 0. It's going to hit 00. Toronto's soul, wherever you just left us for, the Toronto soul is gone.
What are you doing?
This is Brendan all by
Stop!
himself,
Oh my god.
talking to himself about how Toronto's gone and Nick's got to go.
Stop! Oh my god, Cooper.
See, this is what happens. He picked a bad pick. He's got to go. He's got to go.
My
It's
dog just ran over my mic.
Yep, it's all. This is what happens. Your dog doesn't believe in your pick. You said Toronto, your dog's like, stop it. You're losing everyone money. So back to my example, it's like a roulette wheel. You put it all in black. Here comes, you're like red. It's got to hit on red. Toronto
Mm-hmm.
has to do it. You know what I saw in the last game? I saw the soul of the Toronto Maple Leafs leave the building. I saw the
That was
GM
horrible.
get fired. I saw everybody in the backgrounds like everyone's losing their job. Like it's over. Everyone's
Wait.
getting fired.
And then guess what we saw? Guess what we saw? Guess who we saw come into that game? The Penguin legend that brought us a cup in 2017, Matt Murray. He came into that game. I was crying, dude. You saw Mikael Granlund get a hat trick. Kasperi Kapanen hit the overtime winner. Jordan Stahl scored in a game in 2025, and all in the playoffs, all in these rounds. Just to top it off, the little cherry on top, you get Matt Murray to come into a game. That shows you Stolarz is out. You need to depend on Wall. He's been playing great. Now he's been playing horrible. Dude, you need to come up with those saves. That the Mikola goal, you have that slap shot goes the other side.
Hold on. You had your piece. Calling timeout. Brendan's bombs is really easy. There is no game sevens in either of these series. I have Toronto winning tonight. It could be a blowout. It could not be. It depends on how bad
Yeah,
Florida
Toronto
was.
winning tonight.
No, I have Toronto losing tonight. I have Winnipeg
Yeah,
losing tomorrow night.
You know they're winning tonight. That's why you said it. You know you're winning
I
tonight.
I have Florida moving on. I got the ties out tonight. Go to the funeral tonight. Toronto's done. They're burying them. The soul's going up to heaven. Tomorrow night, Winnipeg's getting buried by President's Cup winner.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
will have Dallas
No doubt.
versus Edmonton, Florida versus Carolina.
Yeah.
Put
We don't
your
have to
seat-
say anything about Dallas.
Put your
I totally
seatbelts.
see them.
Put your seatbelts on, folks. This is going to be a wild ride, and we're going to be with you to go over those two series as we get to the Western and Eastern Conference Finals. We got great hockey. 2 more
Oh, yeah.
games. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks for joining us for Shorthanded. That is Nick dressing up in funeral clothes because he says it's over Toronto and over Winnipeg.
Yep, of course. Yeah, please, Ron Hextall, why did you ruin our franchise? Bring us our players back. They're annihilating these teams, man.
We
Help
need
me.
to do an episode just on the Penguins to hear how you would. What moves would Nick make to bring the Penguins back?
That thing
to
is, that episode
relevancy?
might be 9 hours. An episode might be the whole day.
We'll do like a 9-part series like Netflix does. We'll just do like this is, and we'll uncover the onion of why they are where they are and why they are, what year they'll make the playoffs again for Sid the Kid. They had to change his nickname because he ain't getting younger. All right, everybody. I'm your host, Brendan. That's Nick. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.